Why I mow? Like most of you during the pandemic, I changed some habits. I did some experimentations. For example, I let a beard grow for 8 months without trimming it. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't have any problems going facial hair. So you can imagine I kind of looked like Tom Hanks in Castaway, that movie where he survives a plane crash and ends up on a deserted island for years. It was a massive beard. I eventually trimmed it down, but not before shaving it all off in November 2020. That month, I grew a mustache. I have been growing a mustache every November for the past 8 years. 8 years ago, my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. It was an eye-opening experience for me for sure. I'm lucky he is still with us today, but I have seen firsthand how this nefarious disease has affected his quality of life. I had heard of Movember mainly because of the mustaches, all the people sporting a mustache, but it also related to prostate cancer, as I had heard. So it obviously got my attention at that time, and I decided to look more into it. It was very interesting to learn that the focus was not only on prostate cancer, but on men's health in general. Did you know that men die on average 4 years earlier than women? Raise your hand if you have any men in the family, any men friends or men co-workers. If you raised your hand, this stat should be a concern for you. Men are dying too young, the men we love, and we need to do something about it. Men account for 3 out of every 4 suicides, and suicide is the second leading cause of death among Canadian men aged 15 to 44, 15-year-olds. Testicular cancer is the most common cancer in young men, and 1 in 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. These are all areas that Movember focuses on by funding research and health projects or transforming the way health services reach and support men. The mustache is cool and fun and all, it sure is, but it really is to help start the conversation, and that's what I'm doing here today. And raising awareness is something I do every year for the past 8 years and something that I'm very passionate about. For example, with prostate cancer, if it's detected early, there is a 98% chance of survival beyond the 5 years, 98%. If detected late, chances of survival are only 26%. Please, let the men in your life know to have a conversation with their doctor about testing for prostate cancer once they reach 50. Or at 55 if they do have family history or if they're from African or Caribbean descent. There's a lot more to learn about what Movember does at Movember.com or at ca.movember.com for more Canadian-specific content. I really encourage you to visit the website and spread awareness. This is something that we are all in together. Now, like with any charity, Movember relies on donations to be able to fund and to do the good work that they do. That is why one of the other things that I focus on every year with Movember is fundraising. I feel very fortunate to have been able to raise over 22,000 Canadian dollars in the past 7 years, thanks to the great group of people that I work with and or belong to my circle of friends and family. But there's no slowing down while men continue to die young. So if you would like to contribute to this cause, my fundraising link is right here, mobro.co/Kevin Antunes. I grow a mo to save a bro. Let's do this together. And thank you for helping men live happier, healthier, and longer lives.